You're looking live at Chaska Community Center for tonight's Junior Gold High School League matchup featuring the home team, Chaska Chanhassen in purple, the Stormhawks in their home whites, with a record of 15-4-0 overall and 11-2-0 in league play, taking on the visitors, Edina White, in their road greens. They own a record of 11-1-0 in league play. It's a matchup between the number 2 and number 3 teams in these standings. Stormhawks currently number 2, Edina number 3. However, Edina is first in the league in point percentage. Chaska Chanhassen is second in the league in points percentage. Currently atop the standings just in straight points is Moorhead, but they played more games. These two teams are, in addition to be second and third in the standings, they're also second and third in goal differential this season in league games. Edina, however, is in second with a plus 47, and it's Chaska Chanhassen in third at plus 45. Stormhawks coming off a road weekend up at Bemidji, where we had a 4-0 win on Friday night, followed by a 2-1 loss. Only the Stormhawks second in league play yesterday morning in a frigid, cold game that really could have gone either way. The Stormhawks outshot Bemidji, but just couldn't find the back of the net. Meanwhile, Edina, in league play, is on a 9-game win streak. And they defeated the Stormhawks on January 6th by a score of 6-2, although the game was 2-1 after 2 periods in favor of the Hornets. The only league loss for Edina has come at the hands of first place Moorhead, where they lost 5-2. So a game near the top of the standings, at or near the top of the standings. Stormhawks have a full lineup. However, defenseman Cameron Biller is out for a few weeks, suffering a hand injury yesterday in Bemidji off of a dirty boarding hit by Bemidji's top player. It will be Charlie Thomas in net. Thomas owns a 6-3-0 overall record with a 2.2 goals against average and a .916 save percentage. He's coming off about a 24 save shutout over Bemidji on Friday night. Yesterday morning, Max Worthington, the other goaltender, suffered his first loss of the season in a 2-1 loss. He moves to 9-1-0 on the year. I assume we'll have the same starting lineup, forwards and defense, but we'll see. I'm trying to see if we have the return of Luke Britz. I don't think I see him out there. So maybe we're not playing with a full lineup. But your forwards, typical starters, Matthew Tyler at left, Kieran Kurt at center, and Braden O'Connell at right. Josh Lund and Dawson Perry, your defense. Again, Charlie Thomas in the net. Players look out for Edina. Number 14 has 21 points on the year. Number 21 has 20 points on the year. Stormhawks with control off the faceoff. Kurt will dump it in off a little tip by Tyler. Now to the near side. Puck just sat in the corner awkwardly. Now a loose puck goes to the far side. Chasing is O'Connell. Bouncing puck kept in by Tyler. Edina with it. Looking to make a long outlet pass. They'll put it up the wall and skate in. That looked like a potentially offsides, but referee says no. Perry around the wall to Lund. Lund up to O'Connell. O'Connell is going to reverse. He's taken down. Loses the puck. Pass in front. Intercepted by Perry. Perry gives it to O'Connell. They'll skate up 3-on-2 if they hurry. It's going to be 2-on-2. Tyler ahead, glove down, bouncing puck. Stormhawks can't get on it, and it's pushed to safety. For Perry to throw in the air, glove down by the Hornets. There's their top scorer. Comes in, his shot saved by Thomas. Edina, very well-coached team. You could tell by the way they move the puck, especially on the breakout, so we'll keep an eye on that as well in this game. Looks like Bear Nelson playing defense. Oh, lines are all messed up. I'm not sure who else we're missing. Potentially Will Annis, I'm not sure. Dumped into Thomas. It'll be Reinhardt chasing. So Reinhardt is with Nelson. There's a turnover. Now getting help is Olsen digging it out of the corner. Feeds it up to McPhillips. That is Annis. I thought that was McPhillips. So our second line right now is Deming, Annis, and Olsen. Long shot, pad save. Fired away by Nelson. Comes out, Deming chasing. And Edina wins that battle to that puck. Turnover, almost a turnover. Instead, Edina gets it to safety. Nelson throwing a check at center ice, almost creating a turnover. Instead, Edina will dump it in. Thomas leaves for Reinhardt, gives to Olsen. Olsen up the far side, gets past a couple of Edina players, but loses the handle. Now the Hornets will regroup. Long outlet pass, knocked down. Now a loose puck, and Stormax overskated. 2-on-1 chance coming, and the pass goes off a skate. Now potential odd man coming the other way. Pass is behind Nelson, and he overskates. Edina up the near side will dump and chase. Behind the net, it's Robinson. He'll dig it loose. Gives to McPhillips. McPhillips wisely just flips it out. And Hubbard will chase. So we have Hubbard, McPhillips, and Long on this line. Here's Edina on the attack. Down the right side, backhand shot saved by Thomas, pushed behind the net. Now Long in the corner. Throws it to Popa. Popa up the wall, but not out. Long shot, blocker save. McPhillips chasing. Leaves for Robinson. Robinson will throw it off the wall. And it'll roll for, yes, it will roll for icing. 11:54 to go. We're scoreless, although Edina with the early shot lead, 3-0. So it looks like we are going to be rotating maybe left wingers because Matthew Tyler is out with this group of Jacqueline and Severson. Slap shot coming, goes wide, going to come all the way out to the near point. Kept in by the Hornets, down to Perry. He has it taken off his stick, and it slides loose to Tyler. Tyler will throw it off the glass, but kicked in by the Hornets. Back to Tyler. He battles. Edina wins control there. Try to feed it in front. That slips off a stick. Now up the wall to the point. Off of Tyler's skate, and eventually it flutters out. Stormhawks almost able to go down odd man. Tyler threw a stick check. Tried to leave for Lund. Bounces back to Tyler. Tyler stick handling has it taken away. A 3-on-1 rush coming the other way. Whatever happened there didn't work. Now a drop pass. Shot through some traffic. And that was Lund with Severson coming in for the rebound, and he can't get a stick on it. First good chance of the game. There's a long pass to their leading scorer. Edina coming in. Good stick by Lund. Oh, what a great back check by Josh Lund to break up that chance. Shot did get on, but saved by Thomas. Now it's Perry through the middle of the ice with some speed. Down the right side. Perry in. His shot goes wide, and it's going to come all the way out. Now Reinhardt. Up the near side, gets it all the way down. They wave icing. Rimmed around, throwing it to the middle of the ice. Nice breakout there. Then broken up by Kurt into the Hornet zone. Kurt tips it ahead. Now O'Connell able to get it in. Kurt and Deming chasing. It'll be Deming first on it. Leaves for Kurt down behind the net. Tips it in front. And in the crease, there's a chance for O'Connell. He misses. Oh, he missed the first opportunity. Then Kurt with a wraparound. And a pad save. Deming now behind. Deming throws it off the side of the net. Bouncing puck. O'Connell whacks away at it, and the goalie covers. great chances there for O'Connell. He had a shot that was, I believe, saved. Rebound came right out back to him, and he missed the open net. Kurt picked up the puck behind the net and very nearly had a wraparound goal, but the goalie got his pad over just in time. .954 to go. There's Kurt off the face-off right on it, and Deming can't get the rebound. Let's see if Kieran Kurt tries that again. Icing, they wave. He's known for trying to win face-offs forward, and he won one there front and got a scoring chance right off the face-off. We'll see if Edina goes to school there. Here's O'Connell. Nice job of catching that pass and feeding Deming. Deming's hammered as he's going for the puck. Kurt battling at center ice, and it's Edina on the attack now. Defended by Nelson. Gets around Nelson. Shot saved by Thomas. Loose puck sitting in the slot, and Thomas jumps out, and the whistle took a little while to come, but we get it nonetheless. 9-12. We are scoreless. Shots even at 5. Here's Olsen, back around to Popa. Popa around the wall, bounces nicely to Annis. Annis off the wall, but can't get it past the defenseman pinching in. Good stick of Olsen. Now outlet pass too long, and it's dumped right back down. Popa stepping up, slowing the rush, but it comes to the Hornets. Throws it across, and off a skate going wide. Olsen pushing the wall, getting it past Annis, and then thrown in softly for a whistle. Face-off won by the Hornets. Thrown around the wall, coming all the way to the near side. It'll be Long first on it. Chips out, but nice pinch there. Edina, I think they were really good at that in the previous meeting. Now a loose puck to Annis. Still can't get it past that left defenseman. Flipped up and out by Olsen to the stick of a Hornet. He'll skate up. Dumps it in to Olsen. Olsen tried to drop it, and I think he put it right into his own skate. Now Robinson chasing behind. Thrown to the far near corner. Bouncing puck to Popa. Thrown in front. Up to the top of the slot. Back. Saved by Thomas, and he grabs the rebound before it hits the ice. Loud noise in the Zamboni tunnel. Looked like the Zamboni ran into the garage door. Skating is Tyler. Taking off his stick comes to Lund, but McPhillips was offsides. .7:58 to go. It's scoreless. Hubbard, Tyler, and McPhillips out right now. Hubbard wins it forward. Edina will pick it up there. And it's stopped at the red line. Bounces to McPhillips. He'll force it ahead. Now it'll be Lund jumping in. Lund, slap shot right on rebound. Oh, a chance for Hubbard, and he fanned on it. Now Perry jumping up into the corner. Getting some help from Hubbard, but it's to Edina, and they're able to get it out and skate up. Dump it in and go on the forecheck. It'll be Tyler first on the puck. Around the wall, hops over an Edina player, comes to McPhillips. His pass hops the stick of Lund. Dumped back in. Now Perry. Perry to Tyler. Tyler has 3 green jerseys right in front of him. Perry now up to McPhillips. McPhillips will just chop it out. He had a chance to skate it up, but it worked out because it gets into the Edina zone. Long outlet pass. Hornets will chip it in and go for a change. Perry over to Jacqueline. Jacqueline will reverse and push it down deep for Lund. Lund's pass off the back of the net, and that didn't allow Severson to handle it cleanly. Finally, it finds its way out, but dumped right back in by Edina. Now to Perry. Perry flips it up and out. Knocked down out of midair by the Hornets and then thrown in right to the midsection of Otto Reinhardt on the bench. We'll get a face-off at center ice. 6:33 to go. It's 0-0 still. Severson with Deming and Jacqueline. So I think we're going to see the right wing and centers stay consistent, and the left wings might rotate. Big hit thrown by Nelson as he entered the zone. That was interference. Nelson takes a slash behind the play, and no call coming on either of those. I'm pretty sure that was interference, but referee's arm stays down. Face-off won by the Hornets up to the point. Long shot off the shaft of the stick of Thomas. Good battle there by Jacqueline to tie up his player. Now comes to Severson through the middle of the ice. Severson into the zone. Gets it into the circle, but he wasn't on the puck anymore. Now Nelson can't hold the line. Chance coming the other way for Edina. Mini breakaway. Bothered by Nelson, but did a nice job not to take a penalty there. Now Nelson tipping a shot, throwing it up to the point. Now Jacqueline chasing. And it comes down to the near side. And who's going to get it? Well, Nelson and Deming kind of looked at each other saying, you get it. Nelson throwing another check, able to get it out. And came out and then back in for an offsides. 5:31 to go. Nelson all over that shift with his physical play. Face-off won by the Hornets. They will dump it in, past the glove of Popa, stopped behind the net by Thomas. And Thomas and Robinson went to the same spot, and they ran into each other, and that was open for a moment. There's a chance, saved by Thomas right up his face mask, and then the puck bounces to the side of the net, and he'll pounce on it for a whistle. Kurt wins this draw. Back to Robinson. Robinson to long pass to O'Connell. He's able to get a stick on it to prevent an icing. O'Connell to Kurt, back around into the near corner now. Long first on it. Try to get it behind the net. That's stopped by the Hornets. Now O'Connell jumping up, stopping the movement of the puck there. Long trying to dig it loose. Comes to O'Connell. Turnaround. Had Kurt lurking, but not quite on the far post. Now Kurt in the corner, looking to step around a check. He'll get a check on thrown, but Edina supported the puck really well there. Long outlet pass is going to miss and go for icing. Stormhawks are got to be careful. Their defensemen have to be careful. They have to look for players in green behind them. That's been a couple of times, almost a third breakaway there. Can't let them get behind you. Face-off one, back to Robinson. Robinson has shot off a skate, and Edina will skate up. Dump it in, and Robinson will chase. Edina will win control, put it up the wall to the point. Long shot, hits Popa up front. Kurt will chip it out. And Edina will throw it right back in. Now to Robinson. Robinson's long pass intercepted. And Edina stays on the forecheck. Dug out by Kurt. He'll throw it around for O'Connell. O'Connell will throw it all the way down and will get an icing. 3:55 to go. Still scoreless. Shots 9-6 in favor of the Hornets. I'd say scoring chances are maybe a touch ahead for Edina, but Stormhawks have had some pretty good ones. The two semi-breakaways have been the difference for Edina. Here's Annis. Annis pinched at the line, able to get it out. Dumped right back in by Edina to the stick of Perry. Perry up the wall to Tyler. Tyler will flip it to center ice, but Nelson was on the other side of the Edina player. Hornets will kick it in front. Lund turns it over, tried to just give it to, I think, Olsen or Annis, and both players kind of vacated the area. Now Olsen waiting for the puck, comes right back to Perry. Stormhawks just handing the puck over. Long shot off the stick of Thomas, going to slide up the wall for Lund to skate up. That's stopped at the line, dumped all the way in. Now Annis on it. Stormhawks have to play it with a little more urgency than they have been in this shift. And now it's whacked up the wall, but kept in by the Hornets. Long shot going wide. Now to the near side, thrown in front, they score. Shot missed the net, hit up the end wall. Player on this side picked it up, fed it to a player coming in late, and he beats Thomas to the stick side. Nothing he could do about it. And the Stormhawks had, several opportunities to get the puck out with firm possession, and they just couldn't do it. And it's 1-0 Edina with 2:57 to go. Hornets with control off the faceoff. Chasing is McPhillips, but dumping it in are the Hornets. Loose puck bounces its way to Deming. Deming tried to get it across to McPhillips. That's taken away. Now Hubbard's pass to McPhillips. Bounces right back to Hubbard, who chips it in and chases. And that was way too easy there. Stormhawks didn't take the middle of the ice away. Good stick by Perry to break up the rush. Now intercepted at the blue line. Deming across to McPhillips. McPhillips will dump it in. Chasing now Deming. Deming throws a check. Bounce comes to the blue line. But Edina on it. Now a long shot sticked away by Thomas into the corner. Slides loose to Hubbard. Hubbard will skate it up. He's bothered just inside the blue. Gets it to Deming. Deming tried to go through the legs. And Deming throwing players around. Now he's taken down. Referee keeping his arm down. No penalties to this point in the game. Here comes the Hornets. Looking to step around Lund and not defended nicely. Now Jacqueline creating a turnover. Skating up 2-on-2 with Long. Jacqueline will flip it down behind the net. Gets around Jacqueline. Reinhardt pinching. Got to be careful here. He's able to hold it in. Shot by Reinhardt. Blocked up high. And the Hornets will get it past the pinch in of Nielsen. On the attack, defended by Reinhardt. Drop pass. Stormhawks block the attempt. Chipped out by Long. Nelson skates up with a late hit, but referee is letting things happen here. Letting play continue. Kind of calling it by, I'd say, high school rules more than Minnesota hockey / USA hockey rules. Dumped in, and it will be Nelson first on it with 43 seconds to play in the first period. Nelson throws it off the glass. Jacqueline trying to come up with it. And a number of players battling. Finally, nope, never got out. Here's a chance for Edina. They have too many players. Big hit. And the puck slides in softly to the left of Thomas. That was dangerous there where they were digging for the puck on the wall, but all three players were arguably on the offensive side of the puck and not on the defensive side. And sure enough, the puck slides out and they're behind the play then. Kurt wins the faceoff to Popa. Popa will flip it up and out with 20 seconds to play in the period. Edina wins control off of kind of an awkward play there. Flips it in. Shot right on. Big save by Thomas. Tyler around to Robinson. Robinson off a skate. Last chance here. It'll be Kurt skating it in at the end of the period. And that does it after one. 1-0 Hornets lead. Shots 12-6 in favor of Edina. Chaska Chanhassen, your final game of pretty much of the week. We don't play again until Saturday, where we host Bemidji for a morning game on the 31st at 9:30 a.m. at Victoria's West Rink. And then I believe that's right? Yeah, so then on Sunday at 6 p.m., the Hornets host Chaska here in Chaska. So a stretch of formidable opponents. Obviously, Edina White being one of the top teams in the league. Bemidji, a strong team that went 1-1 against Chaska Chanhassen. Shakopee, I believe, won state championship at the B level last season. They're not as good this year, but still a decent team. And then after that, Chaska Chanhassen will take on Buffalo. They defeated 1-0. And then Lakeville, who is, I believe, one of the lower teams in the league. And then Elk River. So Elk River, one of the better teams in the league. So kind of a mixed bag, but certainly facing a little tougher schedule than Chaska Chanhassen has faced for this season. Somewhat of their record is they're kind of a paper tiger, but they've been defeating the teams they probably should defeat. There are 4 losses on the year, 1 to Edina White, 1 to St. Michael Albertville, 1 to a Brookings team, and then Bemidji yesterday. And the only one you could argue that they maybe should have won would have been Bemidji, but that's a 2-1 game, so. Loose puck comes to Perry. Perry up to O'Connell. O'Connell will flip it in, goes off a defenseman into the corner. Tyler keeping it in. Now thrown around the wall. Kept in by Lund. Long shot going wide. Going to go to the far side. It'll be Perry to pinch in. Gets it past Perry. Kurt took his spot, and we got a hand pass by the Hornets. Feels like it should be in the Hornet zone, but maybe not. Kurt wins that face-off, sort of, and Lund wins the race. Referee goes down, hits his head, and then somebody broke his stick. It was O'Connell. O'Connell has to leave his stick and go to a new one. Linesman went down hard, hit his head on the ice. Thankfully, he's wearing a helmet. That did not look good. I'm not sure what he may have stepped on O'Connell's stick potentially. There's a long shot blocked up high, bounces off the end wall. Edina will chip it up to the point. Chasing is Kurt. He blocks it, tries to dig it out. He would have been on a 2-on-1 with Annis. Instead, it's dumped in by the Hornets. Perry in his own zone. Now the Hornets picking up a loose puck, skating in. Good stick by Annis to break up that opportunity. Now puck to the far side, comes all the way out high. Shot blocked by Lund. Now Lund with it, off the glass and out. And icing is waived. Stormhawks will get a change behind the play. Hornets on the attack. Down the right side, 1-on-4. Tipped away by Reinhardt. He'll come up with the puck. And his pass out of reach of Annis, and it will go down for an icing with 13:02 to go in the second period, with Hornets leading 1-0. Face-off won by Edina. Long shot. Bounces into the slot. Now to the near side for Annis. His pass past Deming and Olsen. Deming trying to kick it loose. Cannot. Hornets will dump it in on net. Thomas will leave for Reinhardt. Reinhardt. He's shut off, and his pass behind Deming is missed and will go down for an icing. Edina netminder comes into this game in division games with a 11-1-0 record, along with a 1.50 goals against and a 912 save percentage. So good numbers. Stormhawks got to him twice in their previous meeting. Now an interception by Olsen. Then he has it taken off his stick. Annis, his shot is blocked. He picks up his own rebound. Cross to Reinhardt. Reinhardt stick handles around. Reinhardt in, his shot, blocker save. And the Stormhawks can't get on the rebound. Nelson chasing. Nice toe drag there, move by Reinhardt at the blue line. Getting free and getting a shot off from a scoring area. Reinhardt now in his own zone. And he's cut off. And a whistle took forever to go. Reinhardt went around the net, got cut off by the Edina forechecker. And puck rolled in next to Thomas. He jumped on it, and the referee was a little slow getting that whistle going. So I said earlier that the Stormhawks had a full lineup. They do not. Luke Britz remains out. And for I don't know why. And then Cameron Biller is out for a few weeks with a hand injury. Hornets with the puck in the corner now. Now behind the net. Pass in front. That's tipped away. Stormhawks got to look out for that. That is something I think Edina really wants to do, is get the puck low and then look for players coming into a scoring area. Up high now. Long shot. And saved by Thomas. And he will jump on the rebound. Hubbard out with Long and McPhillips, along with Robinson and Popa. Here is Popa. Around the wall to McPhillips. McPhillips chipped it into the netting, and we'll have a face-off now on this side. Referee, linesman should not allow that face-off to happen. The Edina center was his feet were well over the line there, totally looking to cheat on that face-off, and he just let it happen anyway. Some linesmen are really on top of that. This one didn't pay attention to that. Popa jumping up and helping to keep the puck in. He was looking to go for a hit, but he kept the puck in. Now Popa knocking it down, will chase it in and dump it into the corner and still chase. Now up the glass. Knocked down at the line nicely by long shot off the top of the glove of the goalie into the corner. And we might have trouble here for a Zamboni. That loud banging, here's a chance coming the other way. I'll come back to that. In, shot, save, and didn't get much on that shot, and Thomas fought it off. But we have a couple of workers from Chaska Community Center looking at the Zamboni garage door. There's a loud bang that came on the garage. Oh boy, turnover there, and shot goes well wide. Stormhawks, this group has been out there for a while. There's a sharp angle shot, rebound sitting in the crease, tipped away. It comes to McPhillips. McPhillips will flip it ahead, gets it out, but that's not going to allow them to change. Got to get an icing there so you can change. Now a nice pass, 2-on-1 coming the other way for Edina. Stick handles are, nice little play there by Popa. Otherwise, it was a 2-on-0. Shot through some traffic, hits a skate, comes too long. Long will whack at it all the way down for an icing, and that was a good icing. They needed a change. They only got one player off on that previous time that it was out of the zone. Now they can get a fresh 4 more players out. So they're working on the Zamboni garage door, but we might be playing on dirty ice, and might not be any more games tonight if they can't get that door open. Perry up to Jacqueline. Jacqueline finds Severson, chips ahead to Perry. Perry in, has Tyler, shot right on, rebound, and Severson can't jump onto it. Edina back on the attack, 4-on-2. Defended by Lund. Lund helps slow up the rush. Chasing the corner, Edina comes out with it, try to pass it up high. Now Perry mishandling, backhand shot goes wide on the stick side. Comes up to Jacqueline. Jacqueline trying to push it into the corner, and it'll be Perry now into the far corner. He'll get it up the wall to Tyler. Tyler's long pass, kicked down by Jacqueline. He'll chase through center ice, but Edina wins control. Knocked down at the red line by Tyler. Battles several Hornets, now getting help from Severson, but it's the Hornets able to get it ahead. Now in on a scoring chance. Pass across, big save by Charlie Thomas. Goes post to post and gets the pad down to keep it a 1-0 game with 8:40 to go. Shots are 19-8. Stormhawks haven't gotten much going at all in this second period. It's been all Edina on the offensive side. Face off one back to Perry. Perry's pass just out of reach of Deming. Then a shot from the point tipped on net, fought off by Thomas. Now a pass off maybe the referee's skate. Edina with control behind the net, throws it in front. There's that chance we were looking at, but it was broken up by a pair of Stormhawk sticks. Edina on the attack, across the red, down the far side. Kicked away by Perry, comes right to an Edina player. Push it up the wall. Deming, he's closed off, bouncing puck. Kurt tried to get it, but off a skate. That would have been probably just a 2-on-2 rush going the other way. Now Perry behind, throws it off the side of the net. It'll be Kurt picking it up. He'll flip it up and out. That forecheck there was not how you draw it up. You had three players not in exactly the right spot. Now a turnover, a low-look pass, and Hornets with it. Nice back check for Deming to slow up that, or to tie up the player with the coming for the second opportunity. Glove down at the blue line, comes to Deming. He can't get it past. Now Kurt. Kurt's pass flutters its way past Lund. Lund chasing ahead, can't keep it in. Loose puck to McPhillips, and McPhillips thought Kurt should have it, and Kurt let McPhillips have it, and then dumped all the way down for an icing. 7:04 to go in the second period. It's 1-0. The Hornets with the lead. Have Olsen, Annis, and McPhillips out here with Reinhardt and Nelson. Face off one, back to Reinhardt. He mishandles the puck, and it's a 2-on-0 breakaway. Skating down. And nice move, and they beat Thomas with a backhand shot. Nothing he could have done there. 2-on-0. Both Nelson and Reinhardt kind of went for the same puck and were left Thomas out to dry to Edina's top scorer. You don't want to do that. It's 2-0 Hornets with 6:55 to go. Face off one to Annis. Annis down the right side, drops it, and dropped it right to the stick of an Edina player. And the outlet pass fumbled. But Edina will probably break out here as they make a nice pass across, and now on the attack they come. Here comes number 14 again. Passes across the slot, nobody there. It'll be McPhillips on it. McPhillips turns it over, allows Edina to keep it in. Now Nelson chasing, stopping a puck along the half wall, but it bounces to the Hornets. Now Reinhardt battling behind the net. He'll slice it ahead for Annis. Annis tries to get up the wall. Hornets know the Stormhawks are not the strongest breakout team, and they're just taking away the wall. So pass in front, broken up, and now tossed all the way down. Going to come almost on net. Instead, it's an icing. And signs of frustration showing on the Stormhawk bench right now. And a lot of it has to do with just not being able to maintain control and get out of the zone. Hard to break out if you only use the wall. And Edina takes the wall out. Face off one by the Hornets. Now Hubbard creating a turnover. Gives to Long, but he can't handle the pass. Long helping to create a turnover. Now to Hubbard, but his head is back to the net, so couldn't do much with it. Now Edina on the attack, trying to get around Robinson. Robinson long stick forces him to go all the way around. Now up to the point. Getting around a stick check of Long. Around a stick check of Hubbard. Shot, I think, saved by Thomas. And then it comes back out in front. And then Popa throws a check just as the whistle was blown. No penalty coming. Well over halfway through this game, we haven't had a single penalty. Referee letting them play for sure. Hubbard winning it ahead to Long. Long bothered from behind and can only get it to the blue line. He comes out with it though. Long down the left side. Shot goes through the crease. It's where he scored his lone goal on the season, close to that area. He went short side on Friday night for his first goal of the year and for the game-winning goal. Into the zone come the Hornets, and they just totally lost the player coming. Their shot goes high over the net. There's a loose puck in front. Good stick of Long to break up that opportunity. And Stormox just standing around. They're going to throw it all the way down for an icing. Stormox haven't had a shot on net for quite a while. Shots are 21-8 in favor of Edina. I think I said the Hornets. The Stormox haven't had a shot on net in a while. So pass behind the net, thrown out in front. That's stopped by Lund. Comes right back to the Hornets. And off the side of the net, off the side of the post. Now Tyler chasing. He has his stick taken away from him. No call coming there. Now Perry. Perry off the wall to Lund. To Kurt. Kurt's pass well behind Tyler. And Edina keeps it in. Now Kurt with it. Up the wall, but past Severson. The Hornets keep it in again. To the far side. Overskating is Lund. The Hornets just playing keep away at this point. Long shot through some traffic. Looking for a wraparound. Stopped by Thomas. And we get a whistle. .346 to go. It's 2-0 Hornets. Edina wins this faceoff. Long shot into the midsection of Thomas. And we'll do it again. They win it again. Long shot, blocker save, comes out to Severson. Severson kind of mishandled the puck, and then his pass is intercepted. Severson battling, creating a turnover. Kurt's getting in, sharp angle shot, rebound to Tyler. His shot fought off. And first chance for quite some time. Now Tyler with it. He's pushed into the wall. Getting help from Kurt, but Edina wins the puck. And easy breakout. Now they turn it over to Lund. Lund to Perry. Perry to Lund, and then to nobody in particular. Intercepted is Tyler. Severson just staying onside. Kurt comes in. He scores! Catches a pass from Severson. Stick handles around the netminder and flips it in on the backhand, and it's 2-1. Kurt gets his 19th of the season off assists from Severson and Tyler. It's 2-1 Edina with 2:57 to go. That's a big goal. Late in the period, takes some momentum into the third. Oh, get another one, that'd be even better. Face off one to Nelson. Nelson will throw it ahead. And Stormox will go on the forecheck. Almost a turnover there. Instead, Edina will skate up. Nice back check of O'Connell to break up the rush. He'll throw it on the wall. This will be kept in by the Hornets. Stick handles around Olsen. Long shot through some traffic. Rebound gathered up by Thomas. Face-off won by Edina. Said that a lot. Long shot blocked by O'Connell and into the netting. And we'll do it again. This time Olsen wins it right to O'Connell. O'Connell will skate up 2-on-2 with Annis. O'Connell to the blue line, but can't get it any farther than that. Now Reinhardt knocking down a puck at the blue. He'll leave for Nelson. Nelson across to Olsen, and that's out of his reach. Now tipping it away is O'Connell, but Edina with control. It's skated in and should not be offsides. Stormhawks just can't get it in the zone. Again, Edina just really does a good job of taking the wall away. And chasing is, oh, they wave icing. Now O'Connell. He'll throw it up. Tried to give it to Annis on the far blue, but that's intercepted. Nelson chipping it ahead and gets it out of the zone. Nelson now. Long pass, dangerous. O'Connell tried to flip it ahead to Olsen. That would have been a potential scoring chance. Here comes the Hornets now. Try to put it through the legs of Annis. That's broken up, and then the initial second opportunity was broken up. Pass in front. That's intercepted by Reinhardt. Reinhardt long pass to Annis, and he can't handle the pass off his skate, and it goes into the corner. Annis steps around the check, tried to come out with it, and now the Hornets will come out with 1:11 left in the second period with a 2-1 lead. Skating in, drop pass. Now they bring it in low, tipped away by Popa, but right back to the player who had it previously, up to the point. Long shot. Blocked in the slot, backhand shot goes wide. Stormhawks standing around all of a sudden. This group has been out there for a while, and so fatigue has definitely shown right now. Normally, either this sort of sequence normally ends in a goal or a penalty. Olsen able to get it out. He's into the Stormhawks zone. Stormhawks are going to be able to change 2 players of their 5. They need to get all 5. Stormhawks just can't catch a break right now. Flipped in, now into the corner. Popa pretty gassed, I think, at this point. Popa throws it all the way down for a really much needed icing with 13.5 seconds to play in the second period. Got to bear down here on this face-off. Do not, if you're not going to win it, if the Stormhawks aren't going to win it, don't let Edina win it cleanly. So if I'm Jackson Hubbard, I just tie up the center. And it's a 50-50 puck. McPhillips can't get it out. He gets help from Deming to get it out with under 10 to play. McPhillips forces it ahead. Chasing is Deming and Hubbard. Puck in the skates of Deming. Now Lund jumping up. Loose puck in the slot. And they can't get a shot off. And it's 2-1 after 2. The exact same score that it was between these two teams. Previously, I don't think we're going to be doing the Zamboni. That door never opened. So whatever happened in the first period is going to prevent fresh ice. So we're going to play with some frosty ice. So the previous meeting between these two teams was 2-1 Edina after 2. Then it was a 6-2 win for Edina. So we'll see how the Stormhawks respond in this third period. It's going to be a slower game, which probably helps Chaska Chanhassen with the dirty ice. So if you can see over here, the door remains shut. They're going to give them about a 3-minute rest, 3 or 4 minute rest, longer than a typical non-ice, non-Zamboni intermission, but shorter than a significantly shorter than an intermission with the Zamboni, but it would be really interesting for the operators here at Chaska Community Center is what do you do for the next games? I should mention the goal scorer for Chaska Chanhassen tonight, Kieran Kurt. This is the first of 2 games for him. He's got a doubleheader. He and I will be playing in a Hockey Finder League game at 8:15 tonight. And the good news is, with the no Zamboni, we're going to presumably get out of here earlier, so he'll get a little more rest in between games. So again, Chaska Chanhassen, this is their last game until next Saturday, where they'll take on Bemidji Saturday morning at 9:30 in Victoria, and then Sunday at 6 p.m. we'll host Shakopee here at the Chaska Community Center. The goal for this team at this point is to stay as close to the top of the standings. We're not entirely sure how many teams advance to the state tournament playdown. We think it might be the top 4 Metro teams in each division, maybe the top 3. And right now the Stormhawks are in second place in their division. So they can stay there, beat the teams they're supposed to beat, maybe pull off an upset against an Edina, against maybe an Elk River, who I think might be another one of the top teams in the division. They do not play the current number 1 team in their division in Moorhead. They do not face the Spuds this season. The next longest trip we have for the remainder of the year is a trip to Sartell sometime next month. Third period about to be underway with dirty ice, which these players played on for their entire career. They played 3 periods without getting Zamboni up until junior gold. But when they get to this age, they chop up that ice pretty good. So it would have been great to have a crew of folks with shovels. That'd have been the best, but we're not going to get that. So it's probably going to have to be a dirty goal here. It might have to be a dirty goal. O'Connell leaves for Tyler. Tyler back to Perry. Back to Tyler. Tyler loses it, and Edina will dump it in. Perry off the stick of O'Connell. Now O'Connell intercepts a dump in. Long outlet pass to Tyler. Tyler's pass to Kurt. A little behind him, but he got a stick on it to prevent icing. Now a no-look pass to O'Connell. Or a no-look pass from Edina that finds its way to O'Connell. Now Perry jumping in. Up the point. Tyler holding. And now able to hold it on the line. Glove down by the Hornets. Bounces to O'Connell. Or excuse me, Tyler across to Kurt. Shot roll right on. Big save. And he scores! Great pass from Matthew Tyler finding Kurt on the far side. He gets a shot off. Big save. Then the puck slides its way through, and Kurt knocks it in the open net to tie it at 2 with 14:08 to go. Give Tyler an assist. And I think O'Connell as well. So the top line all combines for the goal. Kurt with the goal, Tyler and O'Connell with the assist. That's Kurt's 20th goal of the season. Now Deming into the zone, off the wall, trying to give it to Olsen. That's taken away. Lund chasing on the far side. And Edina wins kind of that battle, but can't get the puck in. Now a loose puck to Deming. Deming waits. Now through the skates of Annis. And they're skating in way off sides. .13:45 to go. We're tied at 2. That linesman was really particular about how close the wingers were behind him, and then his face-off was about the most lackadaisical thing you're going to see. Nice breakout pass there to Olsen. Kicked down by Annis, but he can't kick it ahead. Good stick by Annis to prevent the dump in, but they still get it in. Now Annis on the far corner. Bothered from behind. Annis up to Popa. Popa fans on the pass to Deming. Deming battling. It's going to come its way to Robinson. Robinson has no outlet, so he'll just throw it off the glass and down. Edina from their own zone. Turned it over to Hubbard, and Hubbard probably eyes got as big as saucers there as he thought he was going to be able to go in on a scoring chance. Now a turnover. Edina skating down the right side. He leaves a pass and chipped out by Hubbard. Dumped right back in are the Hornets. Off the end wall, Thomas was looking for the puck on the far side. He's got to remember that there's been wacky bounces off that Zamboni door in every game we played to this point. Now Annis. Annis off the wall and out. Dumped right back into the Hornets. Robinson gathers there. Robinson's pass off the stick of Hubbard. Long chasing. Edina will break out. Off a skate and in. Popa able to stop the rush there. Flip it up the wall and down. Turnover at the line, but Nelson had only one hand on the stick. Chance coming the other way for the Hornets. Pass across to the slot. Big save by Thomas. Rebound pushed up high. Now a long shot. That's tipped away. Now Long. Long gets it out to McPhillips. McPhillips up the right side. McPhillips in. Drop pass to Reinhardt. His shot off a skate. Long slaps at it going wide. Now McPhillips will chase on the corner. No, he'll just stop and wait for the puck. And that means Edina will get on it. Glove down by the Hornets, up the wall, but not out. Long shot by Reinhardt into the glove. Stormhawks were just giving up on the play there, and the referee kind of bailed them out. Goaltender could have put that out, and they could have skated up on an easy breakout. Edina wins the face-off. Gets past the glove of Reinhardt. And broken up by Nelson and then Tyler. Now Reinhardt up the wall. Dumped back in by Jacqueline. Felt like he was going the wrong direction there. Slap shot goes wide on the glove side. Comes all the way up to the near point. Kicked down by Nelson. But bounce right back in. Reinhardt able to get it out finally. And over skates. Picked up by Tyler. Gets around one check into the zone. Tyler around another. Skating in alone. His shot goes high. Looking to go short side on the stick side. Pass in front. Backhand shot by Severson is sticked away. Now Tyler behind the net. Escaping a check. Tyler still with it. Cutting to the middle. And his pass was out of reach or behind Reinhardt. Tyler chasing. Doesn't know he's got an Edina player right on his back. Flip down to Reinhardt. He'll glove it down. Oh, and tip it ahead. If he just leaves it, Severson skates on it. Sloppy play all of a sudden. And some of that to fatigue, some of that to the dirty ice. Reinhardt to Lund. Lund, his pass comes to Deming. Deming had to stop and start coming to the other direction. Deming in. It's got O'Connell to his right, but he didn't get rid of it quick enough. Now Deming chasing for it, can't get a stick on it. O'Connell will give it back to Kurt. Kurt will regroup across to Lund. Long pass to Deming. Deming ahead. Oh, O'Connell and Deming just looked at each other saying, who's going to get it? Now Lund digging it out. Tried to cut to the middle and has it taken away. Now intercepting is O'Connell. And you have Deming alone in front. And they just can't come up with the puck. Now a loose puck. Kurt chasing into the snow in front of the Edina bench. Picked up by Lund. Lund in. Oh, he shoots over the net. He had a great chance there. Kurt will leave it into the corner. Edina intercepted at center ice. Now to Perry. Perry off the wall. Tip to Deming, but he can't get it ahead. Now the Hornets will dump it in, and I think they need a change in the worst way. 9:10 to play. We're tied at 2. long pass, looking for long, and it misses. And we'll have an icing. Stormhawks needed a change as well, but don't like to give the Hornets a face-off in their offensive zone. Face-off won by Olsen, and he kind of mishandled the puck. Leaves it for Long. Long will flip it up and right to the stick of an Edina player. Shot goes wide on the stick side. The Hornets with it, down low. Sharp angle shot saved. And it bounces to Annis, who will skate up 1-on-2. Annis all alone. Gets around the defenseman. Into the corner. Escaping that and then lost it. And gets past the stick of Robinson. Go! And they're going to win the race and skate in on a breakaway. They score. Defensive miscue there, and that allows Edina to race down, pick up the puck, and beat Thomas to the stick side. And it's 3-2 Hornets with 8:30 to go in the third period. Stormhawks had some momentum for sure, but they just gave it away, and that was just a gift to the Hornets. Nelson in the corner, kicks it to his stick, will skate up. Nelson skating up with Olsen and Annis. Nelson in the corner, loses it there, getting help from Olsen. Out to Annis. Annis' shot off a leg. The Hornets will flip up and gets past Long, skating in to Thomas, and he'll just push it to safety. And a pass of Annis's is through the legs of Olsen, and it'll go down for icing. .7:48 to go. 3-2 Hornets lead. Face-off one back. Chasing is Hubbard. Comes to Lund. Lund will skate up. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Lund in. Tried to go through the legs. He got a puck through, but he couldn't get through. Up the wall. And pinching was Perry. Into the zone come the Hornets. Cycling around. Trying to throw it in front. Edina comes up with it. Shots. Goes wide on the stick side. Now Perry. Fighting through a check. He'll skate up with Hubbard and McPhillips. Leaves for McPhillips, I think inadvertently. McPhillips lost it. Now a loose puck to the stick of McPhillips. Now Hubbard jumping up. And Edina on the puck. 3-on-2 coming the other way. Knocked down nicely there by Perry. He'll leave it to the near side for Tyler to chase down. Tyler to tip it into the zone. Flipped up and out by Edina. Now Jacqueline into the corner. Tried to get it down to the other corner. That's off a skate. Now Deming. He has it taken away. The Hornets keep it in. Scoring chance coming in. Shot, save, rebound, and they fan on the rebound. And Perry will throw it out of play, and we'll get a whistle. That's a penalty in the NHL, but not in youth hockey. .6:28 to go. It's 3-2 Hornets with the lead. Edina wins the faceoff. Cycling around the zone, circling around the zone. To the corner, backhand shot, save, rebound, chopped away. Now Jacqueline picking up a loose puck. An Edina player skating away, holding his mouth. He's got a stick or a puck up in the mouth. Now Jacqueline being hooked, and there's going to be a penalty called against the Hornets. Your first penalty of the game. And here comes Deming. Deming down the left side. Deming skates in. Deming, his shot right on. He scores! Deming goes coast to coast from the neutral zone. and nice power move to the net, and he chips it in. He scores with the extra attacker on the ice on the delayed call, and I think that still might be a power play after that. I don't know the rule on that, so it's 3-3 with 5:52 to go. '17. That's Hutton Deming's 4th of the year. They do waive the penalty. I think the penalty will count for his stats, but not for, we don't get a power play on it as a goal was scored on the delayed call. Now Long. Now Long with it, Long. And a penalty called against O'Connell. And Edina will get the first power play of the game. The Stormhawks were going to get the first power play just moments ago. Now it'll be the Hornets. And nobody is more scorned than an Edina parent when something doesn't go their way. They did not like it that Hayes Long was not called on the trip to start the after the face-off. Karma, I guess, was on the side of the Hornets in this one as O'Connell goes for tripping with 5:43 to go. So a big penalty kill coming here for Chaska Chanhassen. It'll be Kurt with Annis, along with Perry and Lund. Volunteer parents working to get the penalty up on the box or on the scoreboard. They do, and we're underway. Power play for the Hornets. Hornets down deep. Now up high. Long shot blocked by Kurt into the corner. Annis whacks at it, can't get it out. Now to the near side. Long shot blocked up high. Annis with it, flips it to the line, but not out. Now a stick. Doesn't have a stick? It's Lund. Chance in front and broken up. Annis does get it up and out. Edina on the attack on the power play. Behind the net. Back up high. Now they'll leave it. Skates along the goal line. Forced low by Perry. Turnaround. Sharp angle shot. Picked up by Lund. He'll get it off the glass and down. Kurt will chase. Kurt creating a turnover. He'll just flip it out to Perry. He's got to win this puck. Oh boy, he doesn't. And here comes the Hornets in. And a big save by Thomas. Oh no, slash after the whistle. Thomas with a big save. They should have called a slashing call. Thomas had the puck in his glove and he got slashed right on the hand. No call coming. .38 seconds left to go on the power play for the Hornets. Stormhawks will get a change. 38 seconds left on the O'Connell penalty. 4 minutes and 20 seconds in the third period. We're tied at 3. Long shot up top of the glove of Thomas. Comes out with it is, for a moment, was Nelson. Now Nelson with it. He's pushed into the wall. Getting help from Olsen, and he throws it all the way down. Go on net. 15 seconds left to go on the power play. Last rush up the ice likely here for Edina with the man advantage. Into the corner. Into the far corner, stopping there. Now corner to corner. Coming out with it. Shot saved by Thomas. And that does it for the power play. We're 5-on-5 again with 3:40 to play in the third period, tied at 3. Hornets 0 for 1 on the power play, the only power play of the game to this point. We'll have to see be interesting to see if the Stormhawks shorten their bench at all with this tight game. Long shot, blocked up high, comes to Nelson. Nelson around the wall to McPhillips. McPhillips kind of lost it there. Now McPhillips around the end wall to Nelson. Nelson back to McPhillips. He's hit into the wall. Trying to get help now from Reinhardt, but it's Edina comes out with it. Reinhardt skated right through a check. Loose puck sitting in front. Thomas didn't know where it was. Then he jumps on it. And they're going to get a change here. That group wasn't very effective on the breakout, and so they're just going to get a new group out there. 3:14 to play. Tied at 3. Shots 33-13. Kurt wins this face-off to Reinhardt. Reinhardt around the wall. Slowly to Tyler. Tyler couldn't get moving forward. Now almost a turnover. Nelson able to swipe it into the corner. Now Nelson stopping. And leaves it now for Kurt. Kurt puts it in the corner. If he comes this way, it's probably a breakout. Now Reinhardt. His pass gets past O'Connell, but it gets out of the zone. Dumped right back in. And the Hornets will go for a partial change. Reinhardt will skate up. Reinhardt through the middle of the ice, lost it. Comes back to O'Connell. Now Reinhardt dumps it in. And right on net, and we'll get a face-off. I don't know. They're from Edina. If something doesn't go their way, they complain. It's been that way for years. And I grew up in Edina. Face off one. Kurt won it ahead and almost came in with a shot. Gets past Lund. Lund chasing. This is not going to go for icing with that dirty ice. Now Lund behind. Mishandled it, but found a way to get the pass to Tyler. Tyler long pass to O'Connell. O'Connell skates 2-on-2 with Kurt. Shot right on. Rebound to Kurt. He gets a shot off. Oh, a big save. What an opportunity. What a great shot by O'Connell to get it on the pad, and it bounced right to Kurt. He didn't get a whole lot on it. Now, an offsides. They take him for unsportsmanlike. One of the players yelling at the referee. Should have taken him for an unsportsmanlike call, but offsides was the call. 2:04 to go. We're tied at 3. Kurt wins it back to Lund. Lund to Perry. Perry to Tyler. Tyler in. Lost it. And it comes to Perry. Perry's bothered by a couple of Hornets. He'll skate it in. Down to Kurt. In front to O'Connell, and he doesn't get it much on the shot, and it goes wide. Long pass, intercepted by Tyler at the center ice. Tyler still fighting for it. He kicks it ahead. Tyler in. He tried to pass it across. He's tied up. Now coming the other way are the Hornets. 3-on-2. Drop pass. Fandon shot. Edina with control with 90 seconds to play. And shot comes softly onto Thomas. Loose puck. And pushed into the corner. Now to the right circle. Backhand to the far side. Shot save. And it comes to Kurt. He fans on the clearing attempt. Then he off a shin pad, and it comes down in the near corner. Perry on it. Perry turns it over to Edina. Edina still with control. Pass off of Kurt goes wide. And eventually it's chopped out. Under a minute to play. Edina pressuring now. Turns it over. Annis skating up with Olsen. Annis, his shot right on. Rebound! Oh, and they both overskate the puck. Perry winning a battle just, and then getting the puck back in the zone with 35 seconds to play. Down a long pass through the skates of Long. 2-on-2 coming the other direction. Gets past Perry, then he falls down before he can get a shot off. Picked up by Annis, but then loses it. Pass in front. That's off. Goes to the far side. Under 20 seconds to play. Long shot gloved down by Lund, and he'll flip it out. That won't go for icing. And they're still working on the garage door. That was that loud sound if you heard it. Now a long pass to the blue line. And he's offside. You skated in early, and he looks like incredulous. But he skated in before the puck.
Because you're offside every time.
6.9 seconds to play. The faceoff comes all the way down into the Stormhawk zone. Oh, get your top guys out there right now. This would be your chance. Head coach McPhillips tried to call a timeout. There's a face-off one, shot by Lund. Oh, chance coming the other way for Edina. That's broken up, and that does it. And it's a 3-3 tie, and that's an excellent result for the Stormhawks. The Stormhawk fans cheering, Edina fans going, "Yay, great! We didn't win. We didn't lose." What an effort by Chaska Chanhassen. Outshot 35-16. They come back 3 times to tie it. They were down 2 goals. And then a big goal late in the second period by Kurt to make it 2-1. And then goals by Deming. And then, Kurt and then Deming to tie it up, and it's a 3-3 final. Stormhawks moved to 15-4-1. Overall, 11-2-1 in league play. Edina White moves to 11-1-1. Goals again today, 2 by Kurt, 1 by Deming, 2 assists tonight from Matthew Tyler, and then also assists from Braden O'Connell and Evan Severson. Charlie Thomas with 32 saves on the night. He moves to 6-3-1. Nest in action on Saturday morning against Bemidji, and then Sunday night against Shakopee. That does it. Edina White 3, Chaska Chanhassen 3. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.